In a video posted on TikTok, Lewis walked up to a victim who was just strolling in the park and randomly attacked him, punching him in the head from behind. The victim just seemed to be too shocked to process what was happening.
What did he expect to gain from that? That is not, bro, you was not getting clout from those. And bro told
I just
on
made
himself.
a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes.
Lewis went on to share.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, that is not a mistake. That is a conscious decision.
Where have you been?
TikTokers who became horrible criminals, part 2 by Wov. Let's go ahead and see what TikTokers became horrible criminals, bro. Let's see what happened, bro. Let's see what's going on, bro.
TikTok. The app where people would post anything from dance videos, funny videos. TikTok.
What the? Diavolo? Let's just start right into it.
If I talk about harsh topics, I want my brand to kind of reflect that. So we're focusing more on the word exist and the slogan, I don't exist. So you guys can go check out the website. There's some pictures of scolded for murder. 20-year-old Terrion Thomas, known to millions.
Oh, this is the this the dude who recently did some shit, right?
Mr. Prada was a rising star in the world of social media, particularly on TikTok, where he boasted over 4 million followers. His content, characterized by comedic takes on everyday scenarios involving relationships and school life, resonated deeply with his predominantly Gen Z audience.
I remember seeing bro on the For You page too,
his
bro.
audience realized they were sort of being played. And how were they being played, you may be asking? Well, Thomas was allegedly stealing already existing content from people. He would notoriously copy other creators' videos, literally shot by shot, and to make it worse, seemed clearly unbothered whenever he was called out. Anyway, all that aside, on the 29th of September of this year, 69-year-old male.
This nigga had the worst hair. See, I didn't want to say it though, gang. I didn't want to say it, bro. But bro's cuts was always egregious. Like, I like with this case, I don't know too much about it, so I ain't gonna speak on. Tuff is gonna talk about it, so we'll learn more about it and shit like that. But one thing I will say, bro, is the cuts were terrible. I'm not even gonna lie to you though, bro. The fade ponytail, bro, was not it though, gang. I'm gonna keep it exact though, bro. It was not it.
On the 29th of September of this year, a 69-year-old male's body was discovered along Highway 51, situated between the unincorporated community of Fluker and the village of Tangipahoa, which is on Louisiana's southeastern border. The Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office reported that the body was found partially concealed along the roadside, approximately 60 miles northeast of Baton Rouge, where detectives indicated the victim was employed. The victim was soon identified to be William Nicholas Abraham.
I've been hearing multiple things about this. So was he like? Well, let me let Tuff talk before
a licensed professional counselor, motivational speaker, recording artist, author, and teacher. Abraham was also a former Catholic priest who had regular appearances on local television in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The local coroner concluded that he had died from blunt force trauma and classified his death as a homicide. Authorities later discovered surveillance footage that allegedly identified Thomas as the last person who had been in contact with the victim, as he was seen driving his vehicle. And when I say his vehicle, I mean the victim's vehicle. He was then arrested by authorities in Dallas following a warrant issued by the Baton Rouge police. And the arrest wasn't so smooth, as the TikToker had reportedly resisted arrest, backed into the officer's car, and fled the scene. Following this,
that's so crazy, because I really did used to see bro on the For You page and shit like that though, bro. But he said his I heard that he said that, well, I don't know, allegedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but he said that the victim was like on some EDP, like with him or whatever the case may be. I don't know that. Tuff will probably talk about it. But I used to really see this dude a lot. So for somebody like that you see on TikTok every day to just like appear on the news and it's in prison, it's like, bruh.
Police searched his apartment, also in Baton Rouge, where they claimed to find evidence of a violent physical altercation along with a significant amount of blood. Also, unspecified weapons. Witnesses also purportedly observed Thomas dragging an object wrapped in a blue-colored tarp into the therapist's car on the 28th of September, just the day before Mr. Abraham's body was discovered. Interestingly, despite being a person of interest and the #1 suspect, Thomas wasn't arrested for the murder, but rather for suspicion of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and resisting an officer.
Really?
Aggravated criminal damage to property after he allegedly backed into the police car while attempting to flee. The case drew significant media attention.
Wait, so he didn't get a charge for the murder?
Accusations, but also because it involved a popular TikToker known for his humorous online presence. Now, although the police hadn't identified the relationship between Thomas and Abraham, or even a motive to kill by the time of his arrest, people quickly hopped onto the speculation. Rumors spread that Abraham was a child and Thomas had been essayed by him during one or several of their therapy sessions, which is probably why Thomas killed him. Remember, that is just a rumor. As a matter of fact,
so we still don't know if that's the case or not, but it's like, bro, but if that is the case though, bro, if that is the case though, bro. Bro, crazy plot
millions
lines.
of views, with claims that Thomas was involved in Abraham's 2015 arrest, where the therapist was accused of inappropriately touching an 11-year-old client. And yes, you heard me right. Though Mr. Prada wasn't involved in the 2015 accusation, there was still a report of CSA against Abraham, though the charges were dropped. As of October of 2024, Thomas remains in custody facing second-degree murder charges while awaiting trial, which is expected to draw significant media coverage. Also, some of his loyal TikTok followers have shared their
Did anybody ever know why he cut his hair off? Like that? Was this like some mental health stuff, bro?
concerns about Thomas's mental well-being, since it was obvious that he was going through something as signaled by an apparent deteriorating appearance online for the past few months. And just to reiterate one more time, the 2015 report of Abraham touching a child had nothing to do with Mr. Prada.
So bro did touch a child. He said it was dropped, but it was alleged that he did touch a child and like that though, bro.
Was a completely separate case. And again, those charges were dropped. Some theorize that the 2015 case was Mr. Prada or was someone related to Mr. Prada, which is why he took revenge on the psychiatrist who killed him, but there is absolutely no evidence to that as of yet. And while reading these articles, he's actually eligible for the death penalty. This is far from over. It's definitely one to keep your eye on.
Mr. Prada's eligible for the death penalty? That would be insane though, gang. I might want to hold you, bro. That would be insane though, bro. Y'all give motherfuckers to do mass shootings, bro, like less time though, gang.
Ladarius Brownlee shot his girlfriend in the face. Ladarius Brownlee, a 28-year-old TikTok influencer from Texas,
I was hoping that he wasn't black, bro,
is at the center of a harrowing case following the shooting of his girlfriend, Sayeda Zara Hashemi. That was on July 4th of this year. Now, this couple is actually well known as they have a significant presence on social media, where they
I thought that was motherfucking silky for a second. I ain't never heard of this bro right here.
showcased their relationship through their joint TikTok account, @Dino and Zara, which at the time of the incident had about 155,000 followers. Their content ranged from lighthearted moments to more intimate glimpses of their lives together, overall creating a perception of a typical happy couple. Some people never bought the whole idea, calling them fake, and saying that it was a too good to be true relationship. One such comment that caught my eye was, when someone in a relationship spends their time trying to convince strangers online of their happiness, I immediately know they're unhappy. As though to vindicate that line of thought, the incident which unfolded on the
I'm not gonna lie, chat. There's a difference between just posting your man or woman from time to time. But if you see somebody flaunting their relationship 24/7, consistently over and over again, they probably not happy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Low key, bro, they probably not happy, or they're bound for unhappiness. I'm not even gonna lie to you though, bro.
The night of July 4th revealed a much darker reality. So here's what went down. The events leading to the shooting began during the Flower Mound Independence Fest, which Brownlee and Hashemi had attended. Witnesses reported that the couple was engaged in a heated argument before they got into their car and drove away. However, the confrontation only escalated, and according to police reports, when the car got to the 1800 block of Flower Mound Road, Brownlee stopped and pulled out a handgun, which he used to shoot his girlfriend in the face, right above her eye. A witness immediately called 911, and rescuers and police took over from there. Brownlee was taken in, and although unclear whether or not he had an attorney, he actually confessed to having committed the crime, and also told the police that despite all the funny TikTok videos, he had a physically and verbally abusive relationship with
I'm not even surprised, bro. On TikTok, it look happy. People probably envied them on TikTok, bro. Like, oh, I can't wait to be in a relationship like this, or I wish my relationship was like this. No, bro. The people who be on social media flaunting their happy relationship, like be spamming that joint, bro. There's a difference between just showcasing your relationship, the good moments and like that, and just flaunting it. And your whole brand and everything is just based off of how nice your relationship is and everything like that. Bro, over here, they in toxic relationships. Bro is a whole loser, bro.
Girlfriend. Now, immediately following the shooting, Hashemi had been found lying outside their car in a severely critical condition and was transported to Baylor Scott and White Medical Center for urgent medical care. Her condition was reported as life-threatening, which naturally prompted great concern from friends, family, and followers who had been following their online life. Interestingly, as people, their followers mainly, dug around and did their homework, it was discovered that some of the couple's videos actually depicted their violence, like one where Brownlee was seen putting Zara into a chokehold and punching her. In another clip, Brownlee and Zara were having a conversation.
So nobody noticed that until like after?
Where Brownlee seemed to have told her that he would not marry her, and she responded by saying that he would find another wife after she died. TikTok users in the video's comment section said that it was some sort of foreshadowing because those words by Zara almost rang true in light of the shooting incident. Anyway, these older videos got a fresh batch of comments issuing all sorts of advice. One commenter, for instance, urged ladies to always look out for the red flags in their partners and to never beg anyone for love, as it appeared
Bruh, there's too many women and there's too many dudes out here though, bruh. Like, do not feel like if you gotta go ahead and leave your significant other, brother, or not be other people like that you can find, bro. There's too many people out here though, bro. We actually have an overpopulation issue, bro. Like, trust, bro. If you see a motherfucker that's treating you wrong, bro, consistently, bro, do not be like, oh well, he does this right, so I guess I'm a no, bro. No, there's too many motherfuckers out here for that though, bro. I guarantee, bro. Give it some time, you will find another person though, bro.
Zara was doing, since there's always someone out there that would treat them right.
Men?
Additionally, that user, and others actually, and maybe rightfully so, pointed out the disconnect between their public persona and private struggles highlights a troubling aspect of social media, where
have veneers. I'm not gonna lie, bro's teeth is egregious. I'm not even gonna lie to you though. Bro got Mr. Potato Head teeth.
curated representations can mask serious issues. Anyway, Brownlee was held by the police soon after his confession, and given the nature of the crime, the authorities indicated that additional charges could follow, particularly as details of the couple's history and the context of the argument became clearer. His bond was set at $900,000. It was also clear that were he to be convicted of aggravated assault, he would have to possibly face substantial prison time. Then, on top of all that, Zara's condition only complicated his legal situation even more. In an update, her sister shared on social media that although Zara was awake and stable, she had a long recovery ahead of her.
Oh, she survived, okay.
Because doctors had initially told them to say goodbye. They were happy for her strength and recovery. Zara's sister also shared that they didn't want to disclose any information about what happened in the couple's relationship without Zara's explicit consent, saying, "We understand everyone is curious, but we haven't released any information and would like to keep it private and limit any communication to the news outlets or people outside the family." Still, the story is out there and has people talking. In a detailed video done by Law and Crime Network, for example, many expressed heated sentiments. For instance, someone commented, "He should be charged with attempted murder. He literally shot her in the face and she's in critical condition. TF?" And another said, "So you get into a little argument and your first thought is attempted murder? What world do y'all live in?"
Bro, I'm telling you, chat, there's a lot of signs, bro, within people, bro. Like, if I'm ever with a shorty, bro, and she's just like, "Man, I just love my switch, my Glock with the switch, bro. I just love my Thule, bro. I love this M16, bro, with the attachment and the scope to it, bro. Like, I am be sleeping with that shit like that, be praying to that." Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Get the f out of there, gang. I ain't gonna keep it that with you, bro. I can't be with nobody, bro, who has an obsession with guns, though, bro. I can't do it, though, gang. Yo, I love my guy, Springfield with a guy scope attachment with it. Oh yeah, for real. Yo, you got it, gang. I'm gonna keep it that with you. You got it, bro. You got it, though, bro. Now, if that's you, bro, and you got that obsession, bro, good for you, though, bro. Stay the f away from me, though, bro. Yo, stay the f away from me, though, bro. You be easy, though, gang. I'm not doing that.
Now, seeing as it's quite a recent case that happened just a few months ago and has some depth to it, there hasn't been much development on it, and we all know that Brownlee will most likely face serious outcomes.
Bro, who like 2012 bond?
Bakari Bronze Ogaro, Mizzy. In April of 2024,
oh, I forgot all about, bro. The dude did all that clout chasing, bro, just to fall off, bro. I actually despise this motherfucker, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, though, bro.
Who went by the online name Mizzy, was found guilty of stealing a woman's phone while riding an e-bike. Mizzy, officially known as Bakari Bronze Ogaro, rose to infamy on TikTok after posting a series of silly jokes, though some weren't funny at all. Quite frankly, none of them were funny. Some people, for instance, questioned the types of pranks he did, like invading people's homes and walking behind people then taking off their hats.
Well, he would walk in people's houses, bro. He would say, do you want to die prank, and walk up to people and say, "Do you want to die, bro?" And then grab his pocket and like that. It was just like a whole bunch of unfunny though, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like prey on nobody's downfall though, chat, but
he was 17 and a father of one at the time of the incident. That was on the 15th of June back in 2022. Now, the victim in this particular case was an unsuspecting woman later identified as Ruby Hewitt. She had been casually walking down Highbury New Park in Islington, England, when Mizzy snatched her iPhone 13 as he rode away in his lime green e-bike. The woman said that she had been distracted, texting on her phone, and therefore didn't see the thief's face. That's also because of how fast it happened. She approximated that the whole incident while he was 17 and a father of one at the time of the incident.
You a father of one, bro? See, I did not know that, bro. He not being the deadbeat bum allegations, bro. Him and Ging going band for band right now. I'm not even gonna lie. He not being the bum allegations, though, bro. Come on, gang.
That was on the 15th of June back in 2022. Now, the victim in this particular case was an unsuspecting woman later identified as Ruby Hewitt. She had been casually walking down Highbury New Park in Islington, England, when Mizzy snatched her iPhone 13 as he rode away in his lime green e-bike. The woman said that she had been distracted texting on her phone and therefore didn't see the thief's face. That's also because of how fast everything happened. She approximated that the whole incident lasted about 10 seconds.
Wow.
And also part of it was because all she could see was his back. However, despite that, she was very certain that the thief was black because she did see his hand. Anyway, as per her admission, the phone was apparently estimated to have been worth 1,000 euros. She also added that she was left feeling anxious and unsure of her safety by the entire ordeal. Now, Mizzy fled the scene, but the police eventually caught up with him on a different suspicion. Edward Kalber, one of the prosecuting team, said that Mizzy had only been caught because he had already been arrested for an unrelated reason, something that just happened to coincide with the woman's phone theft. Apparently, Mizzy had been cycling suspiciously in a way that suggested that he was trying to get away with or from something, which made police pursue him.
Bro thought he was about to be the next biggest thing, bro. Bro thought he was about to be the top YouTuber. Bro thought he was gonna be KSI, bro. You was none of that. I forgot bro existed. I forgot this bro existed in the first place. I'm gonna keep this stat with you, bro.
He was eventually caught up with by the police. He threw away the phone behind a bush before being apprehended. According to Mizzy, a friend who...
Except Boom Gang was... I've laughed at a Boom Gang video. In hindsight, Boom Gang wasn't funny, but like, I laughed at a Boom Gang video before. I ain't gonna cat though, bro.
Was cycling with had given him the phone, and he wasn't involved in the alleged theft whatsoever. He also claimed that his earlier suspicions, like hiding behind the bush and throwing away the evidence, were because he was afraid of the police.
I know shit about it.
That at the time he felt uncomfortable speaking with the police because of the negative stereotypes they had in the area. Although Mizzy's lawyer Karen Weeks attempted to defend him by claiming that he indeed was scared of the police because of some previous time served, which somehow affected his mental health, the judge wasn't having it. The presiding magistrate, Ms. Fro Kriako, ruled Mizzy's claim as not credible because there had been no mention of any other cyclist at the time of the incident, and stated that she didn't believe that he had run away because he was scared of the police. She thus found him guilty.
He's the white version of hood
prankster, Judge Michael Oliver, gave the then
he had a child,
12-month community order and said that he must pay 500 euros in compensation to the victim, further stating
500
that the sentencing
euros
would serve to punish him and make reparations of the community at large. People were, however, clearly unsatisfied with the consequences, one saying that the UK needs proper sentencing like the US.
Bro, the UK, you can go ahead and be a katana slasher and like hit like 3 months with a Santo Ryu with a katana slash like that, bro, and use a motherfucking guy great broadsword, bro, to stab at least 7 people in GTA though, bro, and that motherfucker would give you 2 years, bro. No funny.
US, this type of offense would get at least several years in jail. Another said, theft of property and evading the police, and just left off with essentially a slap on the wrist because it's just a prank, bro? What the? As I said earlier, this dude was a prankster, where all he did was cause unconventional scenes and make people uncomfortable, and this just looked like another one of his pranks. Actually, a little more digging into Mizzy reveals that he actually had another run-in with the law a year after the theft incident. This was in May of 2023. At that time, the
I'm not gonna lie, Mizzy low-key looked like bacteria.
Prankster was due to stand trial for the phone theft, but the defense brought up new allegations, in which he was accused of posting people's videos on TikTok without their consent. This had happened less than a day after the UK had passed the criminal behavior order, and in the video, Mizzy can be seen and heard mocking the British judicial system, saying that the UK law system is weak and a big joke. He was released on bail. Released to go on trial.
That's bad looks, bro.
Some other videos on his Snapchat were also presented in court and showed Mizzy
roughing
up some victims of what he claimed was a hoax video that he did with the victim's consent. He further added that he wasn't the one who posted the videos, and insisted that a friend of his who had his login details posted it without his knowledge. This led to him being banned from using social media apart from sending messages. He wasn't allowed to post videos, especially without the prior consent of anyone appearing in them. So by the time of his trial for the phone theft, Mizzy had made quite the criminal record for himself. In a series of TV interviews though, Mizzy claims to be doing better.
And bro did all this, bro, to be forgotten about, bro. Like, I forgot bro existed. Was this 2022 when he was doing like all this, bro? I forgot bro existed.
For himself because he wants to do right by his son and by the mother of his son. He also apologized for causing any harm or psychological torment to all of his victims.
Bro not being a deadbeat allegations.
Alfred Lewis made TikToks of him sucker punching random strangers. Alfred Lewis is maybe the
What? When was this on TikTok, bro? I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Every like 3 years, there's a sucker punch trend. Y'all remember that time I told you I was watching a true crime video and he said in 2017 they was doing the punch a random person trend? Like, where is these trends coming from? Who's making these trends, bro? Call anything a trend, bro. You have an intrusive thought, do it once and call it a trend, bro. That trend is not a trend, bro. That was a decision that was made, bro. What the
perfect example of a prank gone wrong after the 19-year-old TikToker was arrested and charged with assault with bodily injury and aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon involving two people on the 26th of October in 2023 in Texas. In a video posted on TikTok, Lewis walked up to a victim who was just strolling in the park and randomly attacked him, punching him in the head from behind. The victim just seemed to be too shocked to process what was happening. The clip is quite objectively upsetting, and with a lot of people watching it, a lot of people were outraged. Comments on different uploads.
What did he expect to gain from that? That is not, bro. You was not getting clout from those.
Clip shared across YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and almost every social media just spoke of outrage with sentiments touching on the physical injury and trauma possibly caused by the act and the fact that it happened for no good reason.
Bro, I'm thinking to himself, I really did that stupid shit though, bro. That content, bro. Why did I do that though, bro? You know, bro got that deep monotone voice with that sound like he was a McDonald's worker for more than a decade, bro, and a chain smoker of 2 years, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really don't feel bad for bro. You could tell he really thinking about his actions, but it's too late though, sadly.
The outrage was also felt off the internet because apparently the whole of Houston City wanted the guys involved in prison. It would then be confirmed shortly after the incidents, yep, there was more than one, that the Harris County Sheriff's Office had taken over the investigation. Also, the case was a pretty straightforward one since—
man, this dude kind of looked like my new character, bro. Looked like the chill guy, bro.
the evidence was there, making rounds online. Lewis was
lopsided.
facing 15
bro, face do look lopsided though, bro.
years in prison, and the judge in his hearing set the bond at $30,000. There was also the requirement that he wear a GPS ankle monitor and that he be placed under house arrest once he was released from prison. This, by the way, was a much more lenient bond compared to what the prosecutors had demanded, $75,000. This is especially because Lewis had already admitted to his crime.
Skytop Dread,
in an earlier video before the one that went viral and got him in trouble, and this is based on court documents, Lewis was seen approaching a man, tapping his shoulder with a firearm and pointing it at him.
Alright, I see. He pointed a firearm. See, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. You gotta keep him in jail. But yeah, I should have known just off the Skytop Dreads, bro. His barber has done a disservice to him. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. A Skytop Dread, anything in 2024 is ridiculous, bro. This is terrible accolades here, bro.
Lewis was seen approaching a man, tapping his shoulder with a firearm and pointing it at him while demanding that the man give him his phone. When he refused, Lewis could be seen passing the gun to his friend, who then pointed it to the man as Lewis punched and choked him. Locals in the area, probably unaware that this was supposed to be a prank, were completely frightened, particularly considering the park was known to be a very safe place where they would go to do normal things, enjoy time with their family, or walk the dogs. Most had come to find out about the video from it being posted on the Nextdoor app. Shortly after that incident, news reporters had then flooded Lewis's house, and to their surprise, he was willing to give them an interview. According to him, it was nothing more than just a TikTok prank that he and his friend had decided to do while they were hanging out in the park.
11 talked to Lewis, who admitted he was the guy in the video and that he regretted.
And bro told
I just made a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes.
Lewis went on to share.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, that is not a mistake. That is a conscious decision, bro. You punch somebody, you sucker punch somebody, bro, and then you choke somebody out, or assisted choke somebody out in a local park. You did not make a mistake, gang.
I just made a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes.
Lewis went on to share he did it to get likes and views on social media.
The friend Lewis was with and who had allegedly recorded the incidents was identified to be 18-year-old Kingston Miker. Now, the part that really sickened people was that the boys were laughing and seemingly unremorseful for what they were doing. Lewis did try coming up with a big brain excuse, though. You want to hear it? He said that people hadn't seen the entirety of the video. They just saw the bad part of the video.
Bro said it was out of context. Yo, bro's hilarious. Bro say, y'all, that joint out of context, gang. That's not really who I am. That joint out of context. We just seen that joint out of context.
He said that what people hadn't seen was that he gave the man a hug after the prank and shook his hand. Yep, after punching him. Cool, dude. And even if that is true, the dude was probably just shocked, wanted to get away from the situation. Look, guys, I'm just throwing in my 2 cents. Tubbs 2 cents here. I personally think the reason they recorded this was because they wanted it to be a perfect excuse in case they got caught or anything. Well, it was just going to be a prank, but in reality, it wasn't going to be a prank. They were just going to steal this guy's phone or beat him up for fun. I don't know why you would actually think this is a funny prank, but hey, maybe they did. Remember, that was just a tough theory. Maybe these guys actually thought that was funny. One Redditor commented, "It was unbelievable that he could say that with a straight face after literally sucker punching someone." In that same interview where he said that, Lewis also explained that he didn't intend for things to go down the way they did, and that his parents were already disappointed in him. Jeez. I wonder why. Now, all Lewis
makes
admitted
sense,
to the
gang.
assault, his
He
friend
got
Michael
sky top
denied
dress,
having
you could
recorded
tell.
them and instead insisted that Lewis persuaded him to post them on his social media because he apparently had a larger following. Regardless, both of them were
Trim
arrested
fire,
and
your
faced
money
similar
worth double
charges.
over there?
That was after at
I
least
gotta
one
go.
victim came forward. Again,
I gotta
Lewis
go
did
over
not
there.
look remorseful about the whole thing and kept insisting it was just a prank. A silly mistake, and that everyone makes
It's not no
mistakes.
prank. You can't
He
say
even
it's
went
just
ahead
a
to
prank,
advise other people
gang.
who
You
might
can't
have
say
thought
it's
of
just a
doing
prank,
pranks,
bruh.
urging them to really think about what they're about to do and perhaps not do it at all if the consequences look bad. His neighbors, like Frankie and Patrick, were of the same opinion.
Frankie and
saying that they
Patrick,
hoped
bro,
Lewis
living
would
in
get
SpongeBob level areas, bro.
the help he needed and that he could learn
Frankie
a
and
lesson from
Patrick.
his time in jail. Also that he was adult enough to know right from wrong and assaulting people. It looks like he's still in custody and has a court date on December 5th of this year.
He's not getting out, bro.
Icy Wyatt, too famous to go to jail. Y'all don't know who I am? Are you serious? You guys are so fucking annoying. This is
Icy
what the popular
Wyatt.
TikToker Icy Wyatt had to say when he was being arrested. The 23-year-old was arrested on the 28th of March in
Yo, Icy Wyatt, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. They might have got you out of there, gang.
2022 after allegedly assaulting a police officer and a civilian with a firearm. He was charged
Are you
with
serious?
one count of
Oh, yeah, they gonna throw the
aggravated
book at
assault
this.
with a deadly weapon, one account of battery on an officer, and one account of resisting arrest. Now, before we get onto the whole incident, it's safe to say Icy Wyatt wasn't new to controversy. Before becoming a TikToker, for instance, he was apparently employed at McDonald's for a day. Yeah, you heard me. For a day? And he lost the job. This is according to his family after he got so high on Xanax and blacked out. That's when he turned
Yo,
to
Indy,
TikTok.
shut the fuck up, mind your
Describing
business,
his
bro,
page
before we
as
give
a
you
safe
600.
space, he would become known for posting videos about him being a quote feminine man who was into girls. Now about the arrest, according to the court documents, Wyatt was driving quite recklessly in Sunrise, Florida when he suddenly pulled over right in the middle of the road. Two people in another car reportedly approached him to request that he move his car to the side since he was blocking their way.
This is already a freak. I might won't lie to you, bro.
And drove off. Clearly, that interaction pissed Wyatt off since he followed them to a nearby Chick-fil-A parking lot where both parties seemed to engage in a heated argument. It was at that moment that Wyatt allegedly pulled out a gun from his car and threatened the two. Noticing the gun, one of them retreated and tried to get back into their car, but Wyatt took that opportunity to hit him on the head with the back of the gun. Wyatt then attempted to flee the scene, but the victims, as
Bro,
well
really
as
tried to get
witnesses,
away
had
too,
already
bro.
dialed 911. Interestingly, Wyatt was also on a 911 call by the time the police officers arrived. He had, however, given completely contradicting information to the operator. According to him, he had pulled over because someone had tried to kill him. Four guys had jumped out of a truck and threatened to beat him up, so he pulled out his
Nobody did that, gang. Nobody did that, gang. Nobody done that.
gun in self-defense. He got arrested though, not very cooperatively. Body cam footage shows him being pushed down as he resisted and even kicked one of the officers in the thigh. He even asked one of the officers how he didn't see a problem with what was going on. His exact words being, "You don't see a problem that somebody with a bright pink car, who was famous online, gets with on the freeway all the time?" The body cam footage shows a video of his girlfriend Moir, who defended him, claiming that he the freeway all
Got
the time.
motherfuckers Doja
cam
bad in
footage
his. Yeah. This look about right, bro. This look about right, gang.
shows a video of his girlfaughn Moir, who defended him, claiming
Indy's
that he hit the
autocorrect, you
victim
good,
with
gang.
his gun because they were
My
attacking
bad.
him. People would go on digging around, and soon enough, they found he
Hey,
hit the victim with his
hey,
gun
Chad, this
because
y'all
they were
mans,
attacking
bruh?
him. People would go on.
This y'all mans, bro. This y'all mans, bro. Got the slim, thick, calm skin, fine, this bitch turn hurt, hey, this y'all man, no gang. Get it sexy. Get it sexy.
Digging around, and soon enough, they found out that this wasn't his first time he'd been
He
in a
flexing.
traffic infraction.
JTW
Turns out that
cousin.
he used to live in California, but moved to Florida because he wasn't allowed to drive in California anymore. He had several driving offenses, including being
I'd
under
be
the
mad if I get pistol whipped with a motherfucker with guy acrylic nails, bro.
influence and having suspended licenses. Even worse, Wyatt had previously posted a video of his road rage captioning it, "Don't play with me, the fuck." Anyway, Wyatt had a court hearing the following day, which he bonded out and later urged his followers to not believe the quote false news, and then posted a
That's your
TikTok video
coworker? I
mocking
do not
everyone who
know,
had
bro.
tried canceling him, saying that nobody could get rid of him. He went as far as calling the paparazzi on himself to justify why, and he said, "Y'all don't know who I am?" In an interesting turn also, of all people, Wyatt's reaction to his arrest and the possibility of a 20-year sentence led to a TikTok beef with his own mother, eventually ruining the relationship because he failed to take any of her advice against violating any other traffic
Bro
rules.
beefs with his
Yep,
own
he
mom,
was
bro.
rearrested while
Publicly.
still out on bail, and a judge ruled that he would have to remain in prison until his trial date. He had shared a TikTok video predicting it would only be a month, but 3 months later, there was still no word from him. Probably realizing the gravity of the issue, he wrote a letter to the judge claiming to feel horrible about how he handled the whole situation.
Bro attacked the cops, bro, and his pistol whipped him and thought that he was gonna be in there for a day or something.
But the judge wasn't having it. Eventually, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison, followed by 1 year of house arrest with a GPS monitor and 4 more years on probation. also required to have a mental health evaluation and prescription compliance. That sentence seemed to have vindicated those who believed he was acting too famous to go to jail.
Isn't but TOS?
Jacob
Yeah, but Ketchup
Percival
ain't.
jumped into a gator pit. Clout
He
chasing
jumped into a gator pit.
is definitely not anything new, but if there were rewards for it, this guy would definitely get one. On May 31st of 2023, the 20-year-old TikToker risked his life by jumping into a zoo's alligator pit at the Busch
Yeah, you could tell this is Florida, bro. You just know this is Florida, bro.
Gardens Tampa in Tampa Bay, Florida. At the time, this dude only had 1,184 followers across all social media platforms, so some thought it was odd for him to do such a TikTok stunt for that number. Anyway, on this day of the incident,
like clockwork chat.
with two of his friends and pretended to be stuck in one of the roller coaster rides. They then reportedly stole snacks from an unnamed concession.
That mean the
before
food
heading
over
to
here
the
low-key
alligator
like
exhibit, where Jacob
like
recorded
poison.
the entire stunt.
That's what people
in the
say
video
now.
that he later posted on his TikTok, Jacob is seen hopping two fences that separate onlookers from the gators and then holds the camera towards the reptiles. He then does his best impression of the famous Australian zookeeper Steve Irwin. By this time, a crowd has started forming and a bystander, who was also recording,
Bro was so cooked that I ain't gonna lie to you though, bro.
tried to warn Jacob to get out, but Jacob ignored the pleas, completely unfazed by the possible consequences. Instead, Jacob called him, quote, another wild Karen. His action actually made some speculate about his mental state. Anyway, it didn't take long before Jacob was identified and tracked down. The Tampa police issued a probable cause warrant for his arrest, and just a few days later, on the 5th of June, he was arrested. His case was pretty straightforward, as he and his two friends, identified as 19-year-old Lennon Miller and 18-year-old Christian Gonzalez, were charged with burglary and petty theft. For your information, Florida law dictates that burglary is a third-degree felony, which is punishable up to 5 years in state prison.
Bro was an idiot, bro.
Luckily for
I guess
Jacob
you're
and
not
his
from
two
Haiti, I'm
friends,
not.
they didn't face any jail time. But in addition to those charges, Jacob was required to complete 75 long hours of community service, pay $135 in restitution to Busch Gardens, submit a letter of apology to the park, on all social media posts and content related to the stunt. He was also restricted from having.
Chat, have y'all in high school? Did they make y'all do community service? They made us do a certain amount of community service to pass like U.S. government or something like that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That community service gang, that kind of like different. I do not want to do that community service. I ain't gonna lie to you though, bro. I lied on my. Y'all are horrible.
Any sort of contact with the park, among other conditions.
I lied on my. I need 125 hours to graduate a community service. Yo, you go to Last Chance High, bro. You go to Last Chance High, bro.
Spokesperson for the state attorney's office.
Bro, 125 hours? Yo, y'all is in some terrible predicament. Somebody ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You have more community service to do than this right here, bro. That's tough, bro.
From having any sort of contact with the park, among other conditions. According to the spokesperson for the state attorney's office, Aaron Maloney, the park was satisfied with the resolutions. Maloney also said that Jacob did not have any prior criminal record, which must have played a huge role in the verdict. Following the incident,
like
Busch Gardens has since installed additional fencing around the exhibit, probably to reinforce security and prevent similar incidents in the future. Although this did anger people, they rightfully blame him for ruining future visitors' experiences. Madison Russo faked cancer, got fined $39,000. Cancer is a big and serious deal. That's why when Madison Russo created...
Oh, I remember. I don't know if I remember this story, but I remember this bitch face though, cause I'm not gonna lie, shorty just look weird, bro. She just looked like she eats squirrels, bro. Like I remember her face, bro. I don't remember the story, but I remember her face, bro.
TikTok account to share the devastating news of her diagnosis with the internet. People naturally were sympathetic to her and even funded her treatment. What appeared to be the saddest part of all of it though was that Madison had not one, not two, but 3 different cancer types, including stage 2 pancreatic cancer, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and a football-sized tumor that wrapped around her spine. Mind you, these are some of the worst cancers. As a matter of fact, pancreatic cancer has the lowest rate of survival out of all the cancer types. So who wouldn't feel sorry for this woman? Well, that didn't last long because it was quickly discovered to all be a scam. Now, just a bit of background on her. Madison Russo was
finessing motherfuckers, bro. Finessing.
Born in March of 2003 and went to the University of Iowa. It was during her time in college in 2022 that she allegedly began to feel quote-unquote off, as she experienced sporadic fevers, bloody stools, and random nosebleeds.
Why she look like that? I don't know.
This eventually led to her seeking medical assistance.
I'm sure there's some dude out there like Yim or Yoshikage.
Madison claimed to have received the worst news of her life on the 10th of February 2022 when she got a call from her oncologist, who allegedly told her they had found a mass on her pancreas and that she was suffering from stage 2 pancreatic cancer. Madison further claimed that she only had an 11% chance of living the next 5 years.
Best you know
Now,
about.
interestingly, even this early on to her scam, people were starting to catch on. It appeared, for example, as if she was reading
I can
straight
fix
out of
her,
the
and you got
script
a gang.
with the way that her eyes were darting to the left of the screen. For someone that was sharing such a personal and devastating story, some argue that this just seemed disingenuous. Madison would go on to consistently create content to give updates on her diagnosis and treatment, even revealing that doctors were unable to perform surgery on her to remove the mass that it was on the tail of.
Be lying, bro. All this motherfucking lying for what reason, bro? For what reason, bro? Well, actually, for money, you know, for money. Alright, for money. But, like, come on, gang.
Her pancreas, and that attempting to move it would cause more harm than good. Devastated, she added that at just 19 years old, she didn't know if she would ever get to see the day that she would graduate college, get married, or become a mom. She'd then go on with her cancer treatment, which would have included 15 rounds of oral chemotherapy and 50 rounds of radiation. Again, some people spotted a discrepancy in her claims, as she had long, healthy hair in all of her videos. Interesting, because while not every cancer victim loses hair, the type of treatment Madison was claiming she was receiving usually involves some hair loss. In response, Madison posted
that
another
radiation
TikTok
treatment
video
too?
where she explained that she hadn't lost her hair because of the brand of chemo she was on, and because she had been taking biotin, a supplement used to boost hair, skin, and nail growth. But there was still more doubt, like how she juggled everyday activities
she
while on
orange?
chemo. Then Madison allegedly even stole pictures.
Like, gang. This is like, she's going to hell for this, bro. I don't think there's, like, no amount of repenting she could do to avoid this, bro.
And videos from actual cancer victims and use them to create a whole pity party. On the money side, documenting her health journey on TikTok for most of 2022 allowed her to raise more than $37,000 on GoFundMe from at least 439
Talking about some hashtag Team Maddie, bro. Maddie, you not on the team, gang. You not,
donors.
bro.
Her scam came to light when she got the attention of medical professionals who ruled out the likelihood of her diagnosis. This sparked an investigation, and police found out that she had actually never been diagnosed with any cancer at any medical facility near her.
That's
she thus was
insane,
arrested
bro.
in January of 2023 by the Eldridge PD. Now, if you ever saw any of her videos, you know that she tried her best to showcase her undergoing treatment. Tubes, IV bags, hospital gowns, and these
You gotta do all that, bro. Just live a regular life. Why always gotta do this extra?
all turned out to be props. Props that police found in her apartment while doing a search. Madison was then set for trial in June of 2023. She pleaded guilty to first-degree theft. No jail time was granted though. Instead, she got a 10-year suspended sentence and was ordered to pay $39,000 in restitution and an additional $1,370 fine. So if she stayed out of trouble for 3 years of probation, she would technically be free. Not a popular verdict by any means. The Scott County prosecutor—
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. These should have sealed this. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Lying about cancer, though, bro. That's like one of the worst things. Like, why would you even lie about that, bro? You lying about having a motherfucking terminal illness, bro.
Kelly Cunningham said that there was no need for a harsher sentence because she was unlikely to commit another offense, considering she had no previous criminal history, had good grades in college, and was employed.
Had good grades in
The decision was
college.
questioned by the likes of Rhonda Miles, who runs a pancreatic cancer foundation in Nashville. Miles questioned why Cunningham was defending Madison. However, Judge John Telline denied her a defense to make sure that her criminal record
She might not be going to jail, but she definitely going to
in the future knew exactly what they were getting themselves into. Madison did apologize to her victims, but also said that she
I'm not
never—
gonna lie, I'll go to jail then be fined $30K. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know you seen jail, gang. I haven't either though, bro. But you gonna say that till you get a motherfucking named Bubba talking about some come here, boy. In the motherfucking showers and like that, it's not gonna be sweet.
set out to make up the cancer story out of greed of money. All she wanted was something to bring together her dysfunctional family. Thomas Brienza threatened to blow up airport. FBI got involved.
This sped off rip. Man, there's certain words I won't even say it in an airport, bro. I won't even say it like outside the airport, bro. Even when I'm going in somebody's picking me up from the airport, I won't even say it, bro. There's just certain like things you just don't say at the airport, bro. I'm gonna keep it a with you because somebody hear you, bro. They're gonna give you Avatar Book 3 Boiling Rock treatment, bro. They're gonna put you in the cooler, bro. The freezer, bro. They're gonna be dumping water on your head, bro. Tie you upside down, bro, until you talking like about who you know and who you with like that, bro.
Numerous content creators base their content on comedy and prank related videos, and sometimes they end up funny, other times they're extremely unfunny. 20-year-old Thomas Brienza is a perfect example of unfunny, to the point where he even got arrested. He threatened to blow up an airport as part of a TikTok prank. Just so you know, Brienza isn't a small creator. He calls himself @TomTheTroll on TikTok and has more than 300,000 followers.
Jack Doherty, that's not Jack Doherty. What's his link?
When you're at the airport, nobody really cares about what you do. Let me show you an example. Help!
After this, Bastion was taken by the LAPD, arrested. They waterboarded him right after this. I'm telling y'all, bro. Don't let this TikTok fool you, bro. You see that right there, though, bro? After that, bro, he tied his legs up, bro. He was subject to at least 24 hours of torturing after that, bro. I'm just telling y'all, bro.
Anyway, for someone who self-identifies as a troll, his videos are very on brand. The content is literally just him being a nuisance. For example, harassing workers at Chipotle, approaching the cops claiming that he had committed crimes and that he was a threat, and even inciting crowds to applaud for Diddy, chanting "Free Diddy." It is
this will be some of y'all in chat, bro.
It's no wonder people have criticized his content choice. Anyway, the incident in question here went down just recently on the 24th of August. This was in Charleston, South Carolina. The Charleston County aviation officers were on duty at the ticketing area at Charleston Airport that Saturday when Brianza approached them and told them that he, quote, didn't want any trouble, right before claiming he had a bomb and a gun in a car parked outside. He also said that he had fentanyl.
Bro.
A bomb is equally, if not more, illegal. Since this was a quote-unquote prank, Brianza was recording the whole thing with a hidden camera, the one in the Ray-Ban sunglasses. The authorities acted quickly and handcuffed him, then proceeded to search his car for the items he claimed.
They gave, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They gave bro the torturing, bro.
No drugs.
They almost gave bro the brazen bull.
And definitely no bomb. It was later discovered that Brianza was at the airport to pick up one of his friends that had ridden there with two different friends who were in the car during the search. Although the two admitted that Brianza does such things on social media, they had no idea about this particular prank. In fact, their exact words were, "He has never done anything this stupid." Anyway, his crazy stunt resulted in him being taken to the Al Cannon Detention Center on a charge of possession or threat to use weapons of mass destruction. He was detained there, during which he was reportedly very cooperative and that he was clueless about the severity of his actions. This was clearly a very serious offense because even the FBI was contacted and a search warrant was granted for his iPhone and the sunglasses. The FBI also reported that based on the charges, Brianza ought to have been placed on a no-fly restriction. Although it's uncertain if whether or not it got to that point, if it had, it would have meant that Brianza would be restricted from flying within, into...
I was about to say, Chad, the worst thing you could probably get, bro, is be on a no-fly list, bro. Imagine, bro, you can't go nowhere, you can't travel, gang. Well, except like in a car, bro. You can't travel, gang. You can't go to out the state to travel nowhere, though, bro. Being on a no-fly list is crazy. That's why if a motherfucker really try to 1v1 me at the airport, bro, that got it. I'm gonna keep it as that with you, bro. I'm not even gonna use the butt-naked peanut butter method, bro, because I don't want no static. I don't want no beef. I don't want to be on a no-fly list.
Out of the United States. Later, a judge ordered Brianza to be held on a $100,000 bond, which he paid up and got released amid mixed reactions. He then went ahead to post a TikTok video appreciating life as beautiful, adding that he didn't take it for granted. He even slid in a Bible quote, Jeremiah 29:11. Safe to say, he might have realized he flew too close to the sun and that people wanted him in jail. Some saying that it was so that from there, he could, quote, hop from cell to cell making pranks if he wanted to. Kylie Strickland flashed kids. If you want a story that's gonna boil your blood, well, here you go. Honestly, everything else we've talked about probably did the same. 30-year-old Georgian TikToker Kylie Strickland
flashing kids for a TikTok
was arrested on
this remind me of that motherfucker, that old YouTube prank. Who did that prank? Roman Atwood. I still don't know why they did this to this day, bro. To this day, though, bro. I still don't know who did this, bro. Or why he did this, bro.
Of electronic pornography and child exploitation after flashing two underage boys while on a TikTok live. Before we get into the case, a little background on Strickland. Born on the 18th of October 1991, she grew up with her parents and siblings in LaGrange, Georgia in the United States. That's pretty much we know. Not much is known about her. She doesn't have that much clout. We however know Strickland was in a relationship with Cody Weems, which ended after only a few months of them being together. She had experienced domestic abuse in that relationship. We also know she had 4 kids who were in the custody of their father at the time. As for social media and content creation, she kickstarted her career in 2019, and it took a couple of years before she could build her fan base. By the time of the incident in 2022, she had amassed more than 200,000 TikTok followers. Yeah, that's kind of contradicting for me to say she has no clout and then say she has 200,000 TikTok followers, but
I ain't gonna lie, bro, chat. Having 200,000 TikTok followers in 2024 is like having 2,000 followers on YouTube, bro. Like, bro, I want to understand, bro, the YouTube to TikTok equivalence isn't the same, bro. Having 1 million followers on TikTok is like having 100K on YouTube, right? Like, the equivalence is not the same, right?
I think we all know that TikTok followers are extremely inflated.
Tenfold. Appreciate
you have 200,000 on TikTok. That probably means you have a good two hardcore fans. She had started identifying as an influencer and would sell her own merchandise through her brand's website, KylieStrickland.com, which is, the site is since closed. Something else worth noting was that Kylie was not just a TikTok influencer, she was also an OnlyFans model. So what actually happened? Well, on the 30th of June in 2022, Kylie was on a live TikTok stream, which is something she would often do. On this particular stream, she hadn't been alone. Rather, although blurred, two little boys who were assumed to have been at least 8 years old at the time could be seen in the pool together alongside her, and another woman who would later be identified as the boy's mom. At first,
how many get it to show Tommy that big boy meat? 600.
Strickland asked the two young boys if they were having fun, and the younger of the two responded that they were having enough fun to see titties. Strickland then said bottoms up, as if attempting to make a toast, before asking them if they were ready. It looked like she was just gonna tease them.
She thought the chatterbait, she's sick as shit,
but
bro.
then she fully lifted her top up, revealing her boobs. She did this
To
not
some
only in front of
kids?
the 8-year-old boys, I don't know their exact age again.
Oh.
They're single-digit boys, the mother of the boys, and also doing it on a live stream, just recording your
sick,
crime.
bro. On TikTok?
The amazing thing that influencers do when they record their crimes. I'm sure the police is just so fascinated by the fact that we live in this new era where people just record their crimes. And a really weird part was that the two boys' mom seemed unfazed. Saying that this whole thing caused an outrage is an understatement. The host of the Dad Challenge podcast, for instance, criticized the entire thing, acknowledging that the boys were victims and also questioning what kind of parent would allow such behavior. The incident had happened in Pike County, Georgia, and the sheriff's office there immediately began an investigation. Kylie was arrested and later released on bond.
She got released on bond?
On another live stream to share updates. The investigator had said that he didn't want to see anything like that again. That somehow made some feel like she was making light of the situation, and questioned what would have become of the situation if the tables were turned and it was a middle-aged man.
Yeah, bro, what would have happened, Chad?
People, especially parents, were agitated. Despite all the criticism, though, some people were weirdly on Strickland's side, claiming that all she had done was, quote, just shown boobs, which should not have been such a big deal. Strickland defended herself by saying that the
Cause y'all, you know what? Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Don't even
affected
matter,
little
right?
boys were not as innocent as everyone thought, that they had seen more boobs than she probably had in her entire lifetime.
Bro, that don't mean nothing, gang. What? That don't mean, yo.
Oh my god.
Let's just be talking,
Yup.
man.
Guys, you heard it here first. It wasn't that bad. Me showing these little kids my private parts is not that bad. They've probably seen it more than I have.
At least it's not
They have the internet.
Snellville.
Wow. You know what's crazy, guys? That idiots like this exist. Idiots like this exist. Could be your neighbor. Could be your family.
Yeah.
A family member.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. This is why I think that the simulation theory is true. There's too many dumb on the planet, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you though, bro. There's really some who are just like, you just go on Twitter, bro. And you could just like, if you ever need an inkling or a confirmation that simulation theory is true, go ahead and look on Twitter though, bro, and just scroll for 5 minutes. Guarantee you'll have a great reason for why simulation theory is true. There's too many stupid who just believe that you can't even, like, it's unfathomable. Like, most will argue that 2 + 2 is 4. How the f are you arguing that 2 + 2 is 4? That don't even make no sense. Pizza, welcome to the stream, man.
Could be like these people are real. They're real people.
I see. What? That's not what I'm saying, though, bro. I'm not saying everybody like have dumb moments or don't have dumb moments or whatever the case may be. I know you want to describe me, so you know what I'm saying. You got to be like, well, right, you are too, in all caps. Stop typing in all caps, lame. What I am saying, though, is that statement right there would never come out of my mouth or come out of anybody who hasn't, like, a inkling of intelligence ever. That is not equivalent to me feeling in Family Feud, though, bro. Go on Twitter talking about something. You know what, bro? Abraham Lincoln wasn't the president, actually. You know what? He wasn't. George Washington was not actually the first president. The first president was, like, how the fuck are you arguing something that is dead? Like, how are you arguing that, man? We'll go on and try to argue that. Like, well, wow, right?
Remember when she said bottoms up in the video? Well, she also alleged that the boys had been drinking alcohol at the pool.
Use Splatoon
even before
reference.
she
I've never
got
played
there.
Splatoon.
She also added that she wasn't responsible for helping other adults raise their children, especially if they were present in the situation. That was alluding to the fact that the mother basically did nothing about the flashing. That never got well received either. Anyway, Strickland got banned from being on any kind of social media platform, and it's quite unclear what became of her. Some online reports claim that she had been put into therapy because she had apparently pleaded to have been drunk while flashing the kids, and that she has since been working at her local Dollar Tree.
You look at the Dollar
Guys,
Tree.
that's it for this video.
That was a good video. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. That was a good ass video, though, bro. That was a good video. Yeah, chat, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The clout era was in like 2017, bro. But clout chasing is still very, very, very real. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. It's still getting very, very wild out here. So y'all be very careful out there, bro. This is gonna go on the main channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, or you're watching this on YouTube, Blue Ride, Twitch Blue Ride in the description. Come to the stream, and like those, come to the stream, and yeah, IBBG. Alright.
Put this bitch back like I'm double heaven. Hold up, triple deuces. Put this bitch up, we got all the juices. Hold up, speak to heaven. Eat that by my mama, demon minute. Me body chill.